Hello everybody, Filippo Dall'Asta here. Welcome to another Gypsy Jazz guitar lesson. I hope you're all doing great. Today we'll talk about a great lick that you can use in between or at the end of your solos. It's a very typical lick in the Gypsy Jazz style, so a great one to add to your vocabulary. So it's a very fun lick to play and it sounds great, and it's based on a 2-dominant 5-1, which is slightly different to your normal 2-5-1. Let's say, for example, in the key of A major, your normal 2-5-1 would look B minor 7, E7, and A major. In this case, a 2-dominant 5-1 looks like B7, so the 2 chord, instead of being B minor, is a B dominant, B7, and then E7 and A major. So this lick is based on a 2-dominant 5-1 in the key of A, B7, E7, A major. We will take a look at the lick in a second. We will use the song Django's Tiger as reference. And you can see the chart popping up on the screen right here. And as you can see in the chart, it's played over the B7, E7 part, which is at the end of the form. But first, let me play the lick for you. So this is the lick. I'll play it a few times for you. In this lesson as well, we'll take a look at a few variations of the lick. But this is the basic lick that we're going to learn. It's a beautiful lick that sounds great. You can use it in your solos and expand your vocabulary like that. So now let me show you how this lick sounds on the actual song. So I will play this lick at the end of the form, and I'm gonna start with the backing track from halfway through, just not to make it too long, but see how it sounds. Lick. So as you can see, it's a beautiful lick and it sounds great at the end of the solo or at the end of the form. It's got that conclusive sound to it. Now let me show you what the lick looks like. So it's starting on fret 8 of string 3, which is the major third of B. So it starts on the major third of the 2 chord. Then we move down to string 2 on fret 7. Then fret 10 on the same string. And then fret 9 on the first string. This is what we play on the B7 part. Now on the E7 part, which is the second bar of the lick, we start from the flat 7 of E, which is a D note which we find on string 3, fret 7. Then down a string, fret 6 on string 2, and then fret 9, and then fret 9 again below. So it's got a lovely sound because we go and hit the flat 9 of E here on fret 6. That gives you a lovely tension. So the lick again. And then we land on the root of A. One more time to the backing track. Now let's take a look at a few variations of this lick, because of course, you know, with time you're going to be playing this lick a lot and you'll get bored of it probably. So the beauty of this lick, you can come up with your own ideas to readapt it and make it more interesting and change it up a bit. So here are a few examples of how you can change it for some inspiration, and then of course feel free to come up with your own idea. So this is variation 1. more time. So what I'm doing, actually let me show you to the backing track first. So from the turnaround, A, F sharp 7, and the lick. See, it sounds lovely, it sounds a bit more, a bit sweeter in a way. And what we do is at the end of the lick, we go and highlight the chord tones of A major. See, here we've got an A major. So the way I play this is the first part of the lick is exactly the same. Again, we start from the major third of B. So 8, fret 8 on string 3, then move down a string and play fret 7 on string 2, then fret 10 on string 2, fret 9 on string 1. Then on the E7 we play the same thing as before. E7 with fret 7 on string 3, fret 6 on string 2, fret 9 on string 2, and then fret 9 on string 1. But then when we get to that point, then we jump all the way up to fret 12, then back to 9, and finish on 10, fret 10 of string 2, which is an A major triad. So one more time to the backing track, and then we'll move on to the second variation of this lick. Again, the backing track starts on the turnaround, which means D, D sharp diminished 7, A major, F sharp 7, and so on. By the way, if you are enjoying this lesson, it would be great if you could hit the subscribe button below. I'm posting a video every week with lessons or performances, also collaborations with great Gypsy Jazz artists, so that would be amazing. So here's the variation, the second variation of the lick. First I'll play it to you, then play it on a backing track to show you how it sounds, and then we'll take a look at the lick together. So the lick is this. So see, in this lick we're adding some chromatic movements, which sounds a bit outside the scale, which gives you a very lovely tension. Let me show you to a backing track first. So again from the turnaround. And one more time. Okay, let's take a look at the lick now. So the lick is, the very first part is exactly the same actually. So it starts on fret 8 of the 3rd string, which is again the major third of B. Then fret 7 on string 2, then fret 9 on string 2, and then, fret 10 of string 2, and then fret 9 of string 1. But then what we're going to do, we're going to go back to fret 9 on string 3 and go down chromatically to fret 7. Chromatically means every note. So one more time. And then on the E7 we play the same thing again, but then again chromatically all the way up to string 3 fret 8, and we play 8, 7, 6. And this is landing on the major third of A, so it's a very sweet sound for that as well. Excuse me. One more time to the backing track, just to Now I hope you're enjoying these licks. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you're enjoying it. And next we're gonna see the third and last variation of this lick. So the third variation of this lick sounds like this. Let me show you on a backing track again. So as usual from the turnaround, which is the last 8 bars of the song, and then I'll play the lick at the end. B sharp diminished, A major, F sharp 7, and the lick. So here's how it's played. The usual beginning, 8, 7, 10, 9, and then chromatically down, but this time on the same string. So 8, 7 on string 1. Again, we're playing notes from outside the scale. That actually gives it a very lovely tension. You know, those are passage notes. We're not staying long on them. So all these chromatic passages always sound great. And then on E7, we're going to play E, fret 7, string 3, which is the D note, the flat 7 of E. And again, the same thing, as usual, 6 on string 2, 9 on string 2, 9 on string 1, and then 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down chromatically to fret 5. One more time on the backing track. Now I hope you enjoy this lick and the variations of this lick. Have fun with them. But before we finish, I'd like to show you another little trick that you can do with this lick. So we said how this lick can be used on a 2 dominant 5-1. So for example, just to recap quickly, in the key of A major, it would be B7, E7, A major. Normally, a normal major 2-5-1 would be B minor 7, E7, and A major. So why don't we modify this lick so that it fits on regular 2-5-1s, regular major 2-5-1s, so that the first part of the lick fits over a minor chord as well. And the reason we do this is because regular 2-5-1s happen a little bit more often than two dominant 5-1s. So let's see how that's done. As we saw, the lick starts on fret 8 of string 3, which is the major third of B. But as we know, a B minor 7 would have a minor third, which would be here a D note on fret 7 of string 3. So a minor 2-5-1 in the key of A. So how do we play the lick on that? The lick would stay exactly the same apart from the first note. And there you go, now it fits on regular 2-5-1s as well. So let's see an example of this new lick on a regular major 2-5-1. Perhaps let's see it in the key of Coquette. In Coquette we go from E minor to A7 and D major. Is a 2-5-1 in D major. So the lick will look like this now on fret 12. Now we can play this on the key of Coquette. I'll play this to a backing track so you can see how it works. See what I did there? I played this lick in the key of D, but instead of playing it like this, I started from the 12th fret, so from the minor third of E. So as for your own practice, try to move this lick to different keys. Try the 2 dominant 5-1 version and also the normal 2-5-1 version. So here are a few suggested actions that you can use to practice this lick and make it yours and internalize it and take it home with you. So action number 1 would be to learn and internalize the lick and one of its variations. So that's of course the first step. You really need to learn that lick. Then another action you could take would be to practice that lick over a backing track of your choice, on a jazz standard of your choice. And the third action would be to come up with your own variation of the lick. It would be great maybe if you could film yourself and leave a comment in the video here with a link to the video and share with us your own variation of the lick that you came up with. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next week for a new video. I would love to invite you to 2 free online live Gypsy Jazz guitar lessons with me. Just click on the link in the description, and that will take you to a page where you just can sign up for free and get 2 free lessons with me. I would love to have you in the class, so don't hesitate to get in touch. You can also support me on Patreon, where you can get access to exclusive content and download all of my albums. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next week for a new one.